What would you do to get away from high gas prices? While some people are taking the bus, walking, or simply driving a lot less, a hidden community of inventors and DIY have cracked the code to cheap gas. It's a weird solution once featured on TV, but banned by the oil companies for fear it might bankrupt them. Their mystery fuel? Water.
It is an invention that could revolutionize the auto industry and maybe end your high gas bills forever. A water-powered car.
But this simple method, that's backed by science and proven by hundreds of case studies, can literally banish your newfound driving anxiety and bring back the pleasure of driving, as you're no longer worried about your car's mileage or how much you'll spend on gas. Because in this short and controversial video, we're going to teach you how to run your car on water and never spend another red cent on oil again. It's so powerful, even the police are using it.
We profiled this water for gas system last week, but one police department in the upstate has been looking at this for months. Now they're using it.
It looks like a regular SUV, but it's not. Misleading because it's an undercover Honeypath police vehicle and doesn't have a big budget for a large gas bill. So they're using water for gas.
Yeah, we've had a few snickers from some people in town that just don't believe it, and naturally I was skeptical of it when the mayor would talk about it.
He's talking about the water for gas system. You build it and attach it to the engine. It then produces hydrogen and oxygen, or what the water for gas people call HHO. It's supposed to give you better gas mileage.
You know, the numbers speak for themselves. 6 to 8 miles per gallon is a pretty good number.
The water-powered car is a proven technology. But what Big Oil doesn't want you to know is that anybody can run a car on water. There's nothing to it, and you can do it. You can defeat the global corporate hogs who want to extort $5 a gallon from you. The free energy truth is coming out after decades of lies, deception, and even outright murder. Because Big Oil knows that a car can be run on water, it's willing to do anything to prevent this information from coming out. When a water-powered car is finally in the hands of the people, it will lay waste to Big Oil's profits like a biblical plague of locusts. They know this. Big Oil is doing more than killing our planet. Stan Myers, inventor of a working free energy fuel cell, was poisoned. Andrija Peraric, who threatened Big Oil with another kind of fuel cell and lived in fear for his life, was pushed downstairs to his death in his South Carolina home. Carl Celta, designer of a vehicle that ran without gasoline, was still in prison when he died. His secrets died with him. These brave free energy inventors fought Big Oil and lost. They made the ultimate sacrifice so that today you can quit being Big Oil's slave and proudly ride the roads in freedom. You can stop paying Big Oil thousands of your hard-earned dollars and instead put it in your pocket where it belongs. You can thumb your nose at the energy elite and be a hero to your family and friends. There is a brilliant free energy inventor they missed. Big Oil finally screwed up. They should have rubbed him out like they did with Myers, Puharich, and Sella. Yes, Big Oil messed up big time with Francisco Pacheco. Before he died, Pacheco made sure that his powerful free energy secrets were safely hidden, guarded by people he trusted. You will be shocked and amazed when you finally learn the simple truth about the water-powered car. It's so easy. No wonder Big Oil suppressed it. The same hydrogen fuel generator can be used to run a motorcycle, a speedboat, an RV, even an entire house. Just imagine your savings then. Save hundreds of dollars each month. No more being gouged at the gas pump. Cut your electric bill by 80%. Even get rid of it completely. And never pay Big Oil another penny. You could even end up with the electricity company sending you checks. Run your car, your boat, and your house on water. As you will see, it's solidly based on sensible everyday science. Our water-powered hydrogen generator has already got people excited, like Bill Turner from Austin, Texas, who told us, "I showed my water-powered car to my neighbor, and it blew his mind. He said it's a miracle. I think it scared him so much he stopped drinking." Then there's Fred Small from Kansas who says, "I've been driving my free electricity, no gas car all around town. Do you think I'm going to put a big sign on it and say, water-powered car? Hell no. But I'm going to save a heck of a lot of money. Next, I'm going to get to work on generating the power I need to get off the frickin' grid." As you're about to find out, all of this is way easier than you think. Your big oil corporate masters want you to behave like a good little puppet. They don't want you to know that you can do this. And not only that, that it's pretty doggone easy. Yes, anybody can do it with the right instructions. There has been a half a dozen working water-powered cars since the early 1800s. But back then, big oil didn't exist, so nobody gave a crap. But after big oil took over, the simple, powerful, proven secrets behind this hydrogen water engine got locked up tighter than Fort Knox. Myers, Puharich, and Sella are just the short list. There are many more unsung energy heroes, courageous inventors who risked everything, that were threatened, slimed, ruined, discredited, or even killed by big oil because they bravely fought for your free energy freedom. The Pacheco story could have ended in tragedy for Pacheco. Instead, he saw what he was up against. He wisely made sure that his secrets would live on. He went underground and perfected his water-powered car in secret. Let me tell you the forgotten story of a free energy genius from South America, Francisco Pacheco. In 1942, Henry Wallace, the Vice President of the United States, saw Pacheco run a car on water power. Right after the Wallace demonstration, the President of Bolivia witnessed the live proof as well. They both told Pacheco to come to the United States with his revolutionary invention. He was invited to see Chief Military Intelligence Service of the United States War Department. At that time, it was believed that the generator might be helpful to the U.S. war efforts. In April of that year, Mr. Pacheco successfully demonstrated his generator to the Bureau of Standards in Washington, D.C., and applied for a U.S. patent. But because there was a war going on, all U.S. patents had to be sealed for 1 year. After that year was up, Pacheco received a letter from the Patent Office stating that because of the high cost of aluminum and magnesium, the two metals used in his invention, that his patent was impractical. His patent attorney, after several letters to the Patent Office, also advised him to shelve his patent until a later date, as petroleum was still believed plentiful and cheap. In the 1970s, when air pollution and oil shortage became a problem, Francisco unshelved his generator, believing that the time was finally right. He secured a U.S. patent, and a few years later he received patents from Germany, Brazil, and Japan. Fresh from his success with the patent process, Pacheco believed he was just a few short steps away from changing the world. The naive and overly trusting Bolivian inventor was eager to make history. After all, Pacheco had been more than patient. In February of 1974, with the hopes of acquiring government backing and support, Pacheco demonstrated his water fuel cell to Congressman Robert Roe. Mr. Roe seemed impressed and said that he would bring it to the attention of Washington officials. Upon leaving, Mr. Pacheco invited the congressman to another demonstration he had planned later that year at Point Pleasant, New Jersey. Congressman Roe was invited to take part in a history-making voyage, the first powerboat ride fueled by seawater. Many newspapers were invited as well. Congressman Roe did not show up, and neither did many newspapers. Mr. Pacheco never heard from the congressman again about his invention or the promise to bring it to the attention of appropriate Washington officials, but his voyage was a success. History was made on July 17, 1974, when a 26-foot powerboat ran for 9 hours using the Pacheco generator and seawater for fuel, putting back into the ocean its waste, only clean water. Francisco also had his invention analyzed by independent experts. The Pacheco generator passed all tests at the New Jersey Golub Analytical Service Corporation labs in September of 1973 and in 1979. Nan Waters, a consulting chemist with the Aesop Institute, analyzed the generator and wrote the following report. I have read the literature relating to Pacheco's hydrogen generator. In my opinion, there is no reason why it ought not work as described. Basically, he has combined in one device 3 very simple chemical principles. A. The use of active metals to produce hydrogen from water. B. The differing electrical potential of 2 metals to produce an electrical current. C. The use of electrical current to produce hydrogen from water by electrolysis. All the ideas are well known. They simply haven't been put together this way before. It is so simple as to be elegant. In other words, it worked. Like many other brilliant, blindly optimistic, and sadly unrealistic inventors before and after him, next, Pacheco tried to get big oil, the automobile industry arm of that ugly global octopus, interested in his invention. Francisco wanted the automobile industry with his invention. However, despite overwhelming evidence that it worked, he was again confronted with skepticism or ignored. He contacted energy companies, and one such company, Consolidated Edison, sent a research chemist to see the generator in action. The chemist was enthusiastic about the invention, but when he took it back to his company, he told Mr. Pacheco later his company had no interest. He sent details of his invention to all major oil companies. The response was either cool or non-existent. One oil company returned all papers to him in an unmarked envelope, and then after a 2-hour meeting with him, a representative told him, "We are in the oil business. Your invention, if we were to develop it, would be against our interests." Reading between the lines, Big Oil was admitting that Pacheco's invention would put them out of business. In 1977, Pacheco used his generator to provide all the power for his neighbor's new house. The New Jersey Commissioner of Energy and their staff saw the demonstration, but did nothing about it. Blocked by Big Oil and getting nowhere with government and the energy industry, Pacheco now turned to the news and entertainment media. In 1980, it seemed like Pacheco's prayers had been answered. The popular CBS TV news program 60 Minutes called him. They said they were impressed by his demonstration and wanted to do a whole show about his water-powered generator. The camera crew arrived on schedule and videotaped everything. All went well with the live demonstrations of powering a hydrogen burner, operating an electric motor, filling a balloon with gas, and running a torch that burned through its 3/4 of an inch thick steel plate with his water-fueled hydrogen generator. For the finale, Pacheco was going to run a lawnmower on water. Embarrassed by his old funky lawnmower, he had gone out and bought a shiny brand new one. Unfortunately, he did not have time to test it. When he ran it for the live demonstration in front of the 60 Minutes cameras, the brand new lawnmower choked and died. The 60 Minutes crew reassured Francisco and told him not to worry. They said they had enough footage of the successful demonstrations to complete a program. When the 60 Minutes show finally aired, Pacheco was devastated. The only part of the impressive demonstration that they included was the failed lawnmower. They claimed his invention was a fraud. Big Oil owns Big Media, too. They made sure that Pacheco's moment of fame went up in flames. They succeeded. After their deceptive media smear campaign, Pacheco was at first devastated by this betrayal. However, his belief system that motivated his research for 50 years, despite the obstacles and frustrations experienced along the way, kept him focused. In 1986, he wrote to the Department of Energy about his generator, addressing each of their points with technical data on his system, showing them that the system he developed would overcome the obstacles they described. His detailed response was ignored. After a lifetime of effort to help the world, he remains firm in his convictions. He humbly but strongly believes in the words of an old wise man who once told him, "Son, God put on your shoulders something very big. Do not ask yourself, why me? Think, why not me?" Pacheco labored in obscurity until he died a sad, quiet, forgotten death. Forgotten, that is, until now. Why now? It turns out that Pacheco's grandson, Edmundo, holds the patent rights to the Pacheco generator and the blueprints. He's kept them closely guarded and safe from harm. A valuable family legacy. The plans are intact. They are ready to power your car right now. So, how does the Pacheco generator work? The way the Pacheco generator produces hydrogen fuel to power a car is surprisingly basic. A big part of the water-powered car secret is that a whopping 80% of the energy produced by burning the gasoline goes straight out the exhaust. That's because heat is being used to produce the energy. In contrast, hydrogen made from water via the simple yet ingenious self-stimulating electrical release system used by the Pacheco generator has 2.5 times the combustion output of gasoline with only a fraction of the heat. Just force the piston down with a blast of combustion and you're good to go. Pacheco's amazing free electricity invention is a simple bipolar hydrogen extraction device that produces electricity from water. It combines magnesium and aluminum to produce voltage for a current. The resulting electrical current acts to instantly output hydrogen from the water. Here's a demonstration of how it works. Anybody can create this device. That, of course, is the real reason this life-changing free energy information has been suppressed. Fortunately, the Pacheco free energy patents, plans, and blueprints are intact. We were able to locate them. We reconstructed the critical missing pieces. While we are not allowed to legally manufacture and sell Pacheco-type hydrogen power generators, there is nothing stopping us from educating the public and showing you exactly, step-by-step, on video, how to do it. We totally understand that you may not be a do-it-yourselfer or a DIY type of guy. We get that, and we took care of the problem. And if you are, well then, we just made it that much easier for you. We put together an expert team of scientists and engineers to break it down and spell it out for you. Everything is explained in complete step-by-step detail in our one-of-a-kind guide. It is all laid out plainly to the point that a child could put a Pacheco generator together by following our instructions. But pay attention, because without our expert help, it's a different story. Even if you find patents for the Pacheco hydrogen generator for the water-fueled car floating around on the internet, you need our help to convert those patents into a water-powered car. But don't worry, we really have made it incredibly easy for you. No, you don't have to be any kind of DIY hobbyist or tinkerer, and it may even be better if you aren't, because then you will have an open mind ready for our step-by-step video instructions. According to AAA, the average American drives 1,000 miles a month, with an average of 20 miles per gallon for American automobiles. That comes to 50 gallons a month. At $3 a gallon, that's $150 a month, or $1,800 a year. At $4 a gallon, that's $200 a month, or $2,400 a year. At $5 a gallon, and that is definitely where it's headed, that's $250 a month, or a whopping $3,000 a year. Of course, that's year-end and year-out. So, let's look at your cost of driving over the next 10 years. Since it will all go up to $5 a gallon this year, let's look at it. Over 10 years, you're looking at $2,500 a year. That comes to $25,000. Over 20 years, that's going to be at least $50,000 and probably $60,000 or even more. That's what you'll save if you don't have to buy gas from big oil. At least $50,000. What if times get really tough? What if we are hit by hyperinflation and gas is impossible to buy? Then your Pacheco generator, water-powered car will be worth its weight in gold. Let's talk about that $250 a month that you will be saving month after month. Just imagine what you can do with an extra $250 a month. Multiply that by every car that gets routinely driven in your household, and you're starting to talk about one very big pile of cold cash, real money. Do you want to go out and have that special fancy meal you've been talking about? What about that week-long vacation? Or maybe it's a big screen TV that's got you excited. Maybe it's just better nutrition for the kids or helping them get through college. Whatever it is, you're going to have an extra $3,000 per household vehicle available to you. For reasons we'll explain in a moment, our easy step-by-step guide to building a Pacheco hydrogen generator for your car has been out for only a short time. In that brief period, we were able to sell just below 400 copies. Even with that small number sold, we've gotten some rave testimonials because, well, it's producing some outstanding results. Mike Murs from Idaho told us, "I was driving a gas guzzler. Your numbers were way too low. In fact, my car was costing me way more to run. Now I'm set free from the gas companies. Trust me, it's going to be our little secret." Jimmy DeLuise from Exton, Pennsylvania wrote, "The Pacheco generator cost me $49 in parts and a few hours of my time in my garage. The parts were easy to find. Your instructions were like reading ABC. Stephen Hill from Seattle, Washington said recently, "I thought this was going to be difficult because I've never done anything like this." Well, it turned out to be way easier than I expected. The truth is, this stuff isn't hard at all, at least not with the detailed step-by-step instructions that your team of experts put together for me. I was mad as hell about paying through the nose just to drive to work and get food for my family. Now I have peace of mind. Hundreds of other satisfied users are secretly changing their lives and saving hundreds of dollars each month. Remember, the numbers quoted above, at $5 a gallon, that's $250 a month, or $3,000 a year. That's per person. Not to mention, you will become a real hero to your wife and kids, and probably to your friends and relatives too. You will be a rebel with a great cause. People will want to know how you're doing it. You could be the local free energy guru and get paid to show them what you're doing. The truth is, you need this if you're ever going to break free from the big oil mafia's control over your life, your wallet, and your freedom. What we've seen so far in terms of gas hikes is nothing compared to what's coming. Even $5 a gallon may be a bargain in the coming crisis. Experts on the global economy are expecting wars to be fought over oil and natural gas. This is an opportunity you simply cannot afford to pass up. We've taken the Francisco Pacheco's complex patents, diagrams, and designs made for his use only and converted them into everyday English so that even if you have trouble driving a nail or using a tape measure, even if you're not the least bit handy, you can definitely do this easily and have fun while you do it. Here's what you will get in the one-of-a-kind how-to guide created by our team of experts just for people like you who are ready to take matters in their own hands and wave goodbye to the big oil mafia once and for all. How to make your own Pacheco hydrogen generator in about 2 hours from parts that are easy to find at your local stores, all for under $50. The secret to building on your success with free electricity for your gas-free car, and how you can scale it up to power other appliances and even your house, just like Pacheco powered his neighbor's new home. Why some people actually get checks from the electrical company when they get off the grid. How to outfit cars, boats, motorcycles, RVs, buses, whatever you're into. Get a list of all the parts and other materials you will need to build your Pacheco generator. Your costs will stay under $50, including all the materials and parts. Copies of the patents float around on the internet now and then, but even if you're a DIY kind of guy, well, good luck. Pacheco worked on his generator for a good 50 years, so even though it will be simple when it is explained to you by us, don't think you can just grab the patents for free and go to town. Plus blueprints, color photos, full step-by-step video, and everything else that you will need to build the generator. We guarantee that you can do this with the help of our guide, and we guarantee that you will get the results that we promised. Since you stand to save a good $50,000 over the next 20 years per vehicle with the Pacheco generator, we could easily charge you $1,000 for our step-by-step detailed plans and blueprints. But the truth is, we are reluctant to charge anything at all. Like you, we are here to fight the energy fight. But there is a problem with that kind of financial sacrifice. And that problem, in the politest and least offensive language that we can muster, is lawsuit attacks by big oil and the massive legal fees we must pay to defend ourselves. Yes, the last time we released the information on how to build the Pacheco hydrogen generator, big oil unleashed its corrupt corporate legal devil dogs on us. They hammered us mercilessly with endless lawsuits and pulled every nasty trick in the book. The only thing we could do was shut our website down. This was a sad day for us. We were discouraged and depressed. But we vowed to regroup and fight back for people like you, for our family and friends, for all of us on this planet being controlled and suppressed by the greedy, oppressive powers that be, the big oil mafia, the global corporate energy cartel, and more. You know who we mean. Our website was open just a few weeks last time. In that time period, we were able to sell almost 400 copies, but then we got shut down by the legal threats. So consider this latest effort an experiment. If their deadly dogs of legal war come after us again as fiercely with sharp teeth bared and thirsting for blood like they did last time, we cannot say for sure we will be open for even the 2 weeks. So consider yourself lucky you found us just in time. We came up with a number to cover our legal fees. Then there is research and development. Obviously, our team of expert scientists and engineers can't afford to work for free. They have families to feed. Okay, here's what we were able to do for you. We worked hard to find a financial sweet spot. You will get instant access to the blueprints, to our detailed, simple, step-by-step guide, suitable even if you've got 2 thumbs, and to the master list of all the tools, parts, and supplies for just $49. Just click the Add to Cart button below and get the blueprints immediately. That's probably a whole lot less than what you pay for gas right now each week. We think it is more than fair. $49. It's up to you if that's really fair or not, of course. We know that we need to have a legal fund, and we know this price is the lowest we can go and still be able to run our underground, free, electricity-free energy information service to people like you and a world that desperately needs this powerful knowledge. Frankly, there are other major expenses we have that we can't even get into here. But let's just say they have to do with being able to stay under and hidden from Big Brother's Snoopy radar. We think we can justify charging this small, reasonable amount because it helps us keep doing what we are doing. If we don't charge anything, then we simply cannot afford to offer this information again. And we don't see how that makes any sense. It will just mean that the big oil mafia has won again. Our enemies have all the money in the world. It's safe to say we know who is running this world, and it's not the good guys like you and us. Obviously, you will make back your investment of $49 in a week or 2, certainly in a month. Driving around so free, finally independent of our energy overlords, you will feel like a king. It's real easy to get our exclusive, one-of-a-kind, step-by-step guide to the Pacheco power generator. Just click the orange Add to Cart button below. You will be taken to our secure order page. In case you're worried about this expense, please don't be. You are completely covered by our full money-back guarantee for 60 days. Yes, that's 2 whole months you will have to prove to yourself that our unique, simple, easy manual, not available anywhere else, is all that we say it is. No worries. We won't ask you any questions. We will just be delighted that you gave it a try. After all, we're all in this together. It's only a matter of time until the people rise up and say, "We've had enough. We're not going to take this anymore." Well, we are all the people together. So you better believe we will honor our 60-day, no questions ever money-back guarantee to you. So don't worry about the price. It doesn't matter. You're helping us. We're helping you. That's how it should be. Don't you agree? It really couldn't be any simpler or easier. Just grab the Pacheco plans now and give them a true test drive. You will have a full 60 days. That's a long time. So there's no rush. We understand there can be delays, so take your time and give our guide a full evaluation. If you're not completely satisfied in every way, then we insist that you take advantage of our unconditional money-back guarantee. Really? So go ahead, click the orange Add to Cart button below and grab your copy of the complete step-by-step Pacheco plans with everything included. The complete detail with a list of all the tools, parts, and materials too. We do need to warn you, you really do need to take action now. This website could get closed down very soon due to legal threats. Our resources are limited. We know that they know about this website, so it is really just a matter of time until they barrage us with a massive, over-the-top legal onslaught that will force us to shut down once again, this time possibly for good. Our vow to you is we will regroup and reopen for business, at least for another spell. But frankly, this is your chance right now. This is a special opportunity because the free internet junk out there about the Pacheco generator is just not enough for you to go on. We needed our team of experts to make sense out of it and make it truly doable for you and really for anybody. So please don't mess around and delay. This opportunity may never appear again. Apart from any legal hassles, there's also the very real possibility that we will piss off somebody powerful and high up, and they will pull out all of the stops in order to get us put in jail and even prison. You know this is entirely possible, and the only reason it hasn't happened yet is that they don't perceive us as a big enough threat yet, but soon they will, and then all hell will break loose. So join us in the noble fight for free electricity and final liberation from the gas tyrants. Fight the free energy fight with us and defeat the greedy corporate energy monopoly monster. At long last, pull the plug on big bad oil. They've been riding our backs for too long. Enough is enough. It's time to show them who really is the boss. It's we the people. Remember, there truly is no risk to you at all, and you will get the complete plans immediately. Just click the orange Add to Cart button below. Yes, we are hearing more and more success reports from users about our free electricity plans, but that's a two-edged sword. The more people know about us, the more visible we will become. The more visible we are, the sooner they will shut us down. It's a stupid, ugly game, but they really do want us gone. Do we need to remind you about the incredible amount of money you will be saving each and every month? It's a good $200 a month, at least, for each vehicle in your household. That will buy a lot of home-cooked steaks or fresh vegetable juice drinks, if that's your thing. It will buy new clothes. You could start a new home business with it. We do sincerely hope to sell more than 400 copies this time, but like we said, it's not up to us. You really could come back to this very same website address tomorrow, maybe even later today, and find that it is gone. So please do the smart thing and take action now. Yes, you have to pull the trigger. We can't do it for you. But what we can do for you is assume all of the risk for you, and that is exactly what we have done. You will have a full 60 days where you will be covered by our no questions ever money-back guarantee. Considering the many thousands of dollars you will be saving with no risk to you at all, it really does seem like a no-brainer. Just imagine what you will be able to do with your hundreds of dollars surplus each month. Yes, month after month, you will enjoy that wonderful stress-free feeling. At last, the financial pressure is off. It was like a bad dream, and now it's over. It will all be because of one little purchase and a few hours tinkering in the garage. Now, you're the local hero, too. Your kids, your wife, your friends, your relatives, they all now know about the real you, the courageous community leader that you've always were deep down inside. Yes, this is hitting the big oil fat cats right where it hurts in the money bags. Your example will inspire others. For all we know, the revolution is finally at hand. This quiet revolution is the silent transfer of power, the moving of the energy source from their hands into yours. Then, virtually overnight, they are the rulers over nothing. That is where this will end up, with us on top. So strike a blow against the global big oil monster. We can chop its head off when we fight together. Go ahead, click the orange Add to Cart button below. Strike a blow for the people, for free energy, for the truth. It's time for you to break free of the selfish energy vampires controlling your life. Hey, are you still here? That's great, because I don't want you to miss out. Some people have sent in some questions. Let's answer them. One question we get a lot is, what technical abilities do I need in order to build a Pacheco generator? Our answer is that you really don't need any technical skills. Of course, any DIY background that you have won't hurt, and it will probably help. But it doesn't matter. Just pay attention to the steps, follow them in order, use the blueprints like we tell you, and you will be able to make your Pacheco generator and literally run your car on water in a very short time. Another popular question goes something like this. Is this just a fancy demo? Does it really work? Listen, we totally appreciate and understand your healthy skepticism. In fact, we welcome it. If you did not have a skeptical, free-thinking, inquisitive mind, then you would have never arrived at our site. The short answer is, friend, this is real. This works. You will break free of the gas company chokehold. We also get questions over and over about parts. Apparently, people think the parts must come from Mars. If they're available in local stores, then why doesn't everybody have free energy? Again, our answer is short and sweet. You're looking at under $50 in parts for a small Pacheco hydrogen generator. You can expect to pay under $100 for the parts and materials for a larger Pacheco hydrogen device. And then, of course, there is the question we keep getting about how the heck do I get a hold of the secret step-by-step plans and blueprints for building the long-suppressed Pacheco hydrogen generator? Well, that's an easy one. When you click on the orange Add to Cart button below, you will be taken to our secure order page. They're easily one of the biggest and most trusted online merchants in the world. They handle many thousands of secure transactions every day, so there's no risk to you. You're totally covered by our money-back guarantee for a full 60 days. There will be no questions from us. It's an unconditional guarantee, one of the most generous and reliable anywhere online, so you really do have zero risk. That's even up to the very last minute of the very last day. After you finalize your payment, you will be taken to our private members area. This is where we keep the Pacheco plans, blueprints, guide, lists, and much more, including a surprise gift just to show you how much we appreciate you joining us and taking action. Mind you, our website and the whole shebang could be taken down very soon. Plus, the free thank you bonus offer is just a marketing test. Basically, we want to know if it's as valuable to you as we think it will be. In fact, this secret bonus is something we will sell in its own right very soon. It is that good. Of course, the bloodthirsty, legal hell dogs of the big greedy oil mafia could get to us any day now. Yes, they could shut us down cold as soon as tomorrow. So you will be glad that you got inside, as well as getting the valuable free bonus we have waiting just for you. This is it, my friend. Click the Add to Cart button below. This is real. You know who you're dealing with. They will stop at nothing. There are no second chances. To get the step-by-step plans, the materials list, the blueprints, the color photos showing everything, and much, much more for the underground, free electricity, Pacheco water-powered car, hydrogen generator that really does work. After all, we did prove it to you over and over again. Click the Add to Cart button below now.